Scientists believe that they finally discovered how life originated on Earth, which is due to the Milky Way colliding with a dwarf galaxy more than 5 billion years ago. According to the new research, 5 billion years ago, the birth of the Sun and our planet began due to a close encounter with a small neighboring galaxy of stars in the form of a ring called the arc. For centuries, the formation of the solar system has been the subject of much controversy among astronomers. The new findings are based on the observations of the European Space Agency's Gaia satellite, which was launched in December 2013 to create a 3D map of the Milky Way. Analysis of the age of nearby stars indicates that they formed in a series of explosions shortly after close proximity to the arc on at least 3 separate occasions. A series of events occurred due to the ripples caused by the cosmic collision, one of which led to the formation of our Sun about 4.7 billion years ago. Lead research author Dr. Thomas Ruiz Lara of the Canary Islands Institute of Astrophysics (IAC) in Tenerife said, "It is known from current models that the arc fell into the Milky Way 3 times, first about 5 or 6 billion years ago, then 2 billion years ago and finally a billion years ago." He added, "When we looked at Gaia data on the Milky Way, we found 3 periods of increased star formation that peaked 5.7 billion years ago, 1.9 billion years and a billion years ago, which corresponds to the time when the arc is believed to have passed through Milky Way disk." Scientists looked at the brightness, distances, and colors of stars in a range of about 6,500 light-years around the Sun and compared the data to the existing stellar evolution models. The arc consists of 4 spherical groups with a diameter of about 10,000 light-years, compared to more than 100,000 light-years that form the Milky Way. Despite the large size difference, the idea that the dwarf galaxy might have such a logical effect, according to Thomas. He said, "At first the Milky Way galaxy was relatively calm. After an initial violent era of star formation, partly sparked by a previous merger as we described in a previous study, the Milky Way reached a balanced state in which the stars formed steadily. Suddenly, the bow fell and the balance was disrupted, what caused all the gas and dust that was still inside the larger galaxy to flow around it like ripples on the water. In some areas of the Milky Way, these ripples will result in higher concentrations of dust and gas, while others are emptied. The high density of materials in these regions will stimulate the formation of new stars, such as our Sun. It appears that the arc not only formed the structure and affected the dynamics of how the stars move in the Milky Way, but also led to the construction of the Milky Way," said Dr. Carmi Gallert, co-author of the paper. And she continued, "It seems that an important part of the stellar mass of the Milky Way is formed due to interactions with the arc and will not be present otherwise." Dr. Gallert believed that the Sun and its planets would not actually exist, but the arc fell into the gravitational trap of the Milky Way and shattered the disk. And she said, "The Sun formed at the time when the stars were forming in the Milky Way due to the first passage of the arc." She pointed out, "We do not know whether the cloud of gas and dust that turned into the Sun collapsed due to the effects of the arc or not, but it is a possible scenario because the age of the Sun is consistent with a star formed as a result of the effect of the arc." The current data shows that the arc may have passed through the Milky Way again recently, in the past few years, and is very close to our galaxy now. Astronomers believe that the arc will be absorbed completely gradually through the Milky Way, an already ongoing process.